What's up, babes? It's Curly's Victoria. I am back with yet another video. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So in this video, I'm just going to be moving y'all so I can get a better look. So I feel like I'm too close to the camera, but if you guys are new here, hi, welcome to the channel. This is more of a casual styled video. I'm just, like you guys know, in my vlog I was saying I was not feeling too well, so I went to go lay down, tried to, you know, when you're in that REM sleep where you're just like slightly gone and you're slightly awake and then something happens. Yeah, I thought my phones were both like on silent. Girl, my phone rings and lo and behold, it's my brother. I'm like, he's like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, yo, you just woke me up. Like, y'all, I was so bothered, like so bothered. I'm still bothered because I call myself trying to get a good little nap in. I'm feeling just a little bit better, but I still kind of feel like I need to tread lightly because I'm just not feeling 1000%. These cramps, this nausea, all of this is just connected. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to give not only hair update, because it's day 74 out of 90 that I've not retwisted my hair. And shout out to you, sis, at Starbucks, who told me today in the drive-thru that I was beautiful. Well, what did you say? Oh, she said, oh, you're so pretty. Thank you, sis, because I was feeling like a little boy. I was feeling like somebody little boy today. My stomach was bloated. I was frustrated. I mean, I was nice to her, but I'm just saying, you guys know when it's that time, you just be just aggravated. But she was so kind. Anyway, that leads me to what I'm actually going to be talking about today in this video. So like I said, I've reached 74 days, no retwist out of 90. Like, what? 74 days, no retwist. Like, I've been free-forming that length of time. And honestly, y'all, I'm not a big retwister anyway. Like, if you followed my first, well, I never really documented my first set of locks on YouTube. Like, if you knew me, you knew I had them. But this journey, if you've been following this journey, then y'all know, girl, I am not trying to retwist my hair all the time. Like, there's days where my edges are laid, there's days where my edges aren't laid, there's days where my hair is slick back, there's days where it's not slick back. Like, girl, we just go how we feel. We go off of straight vibes when it comes to my hair. And right now, like lately, I'm not gonna lie, the roots and stuff like that have thickened. And that's not even the issue that I be having. Like, the biggest thing for me is just making sure that I separate my locks on a regular basis so that they're not growing together at the roots. But if it's up to me, y'all, I would semi-freeform throughout the year more than I would retwist my hair. So this has not been, for me, it's been more of a walk in the park, because I feel like no matter how my hair look, I'm already gonna be confident, and it doesn't matter if it's, you know, edges laid or if it's not, or if my roots are thick or if my roots aren't retwisted. Some people who have locks might only want their hair retwisted because they're just like, well, I can't ever let my hair not look like it's done, or I can't ever let, you know, my roots be too thick and too whatever. That brings me to this point, y'all. You got to learn how to be confident, okay, as an individual. Because I can almost assure you, confidence literally is synonymous with hair and everything else surrounded by you. So, you know, hair is such a controversial topic, and so is everything else in life. If there is more than one opinion to it, it's controversial. But when it comes down to hair, it is one of the widely talked about subjects, the controversy over what is my texture versus this other person's texture, a curly haired person versus a person who has more of a kinky or a coily texture. It's always like something up in the air about textures. If someone with a kinkier texture say something, it's quicker. Say something about somebody with a curly texture in a derogatory or even in an exemplatory way, it becomes a thing of like, oh, did y'all hear that? Oh, did you hear the beef? Did you hear the da 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 da? Did you hear the da 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 da? And it's almost like if someone with curly hair says something about someone who has more of a thicker or texture or something like that. It's more of like, oh, well, did you hear what she said? She acting like she better than everybody because her hair lays smoothly and ours is a bit thicker. Basically what I'm saying, y'all, is where there is controversy, there will be debate, okay? There's always going to be, if it's a controversial topic, there's going to be debate. And I think that a lot of people, when you look into that mirror, if you're not confident with who you are, when you're looking into that mirror, if you're not good with your hair, if you look into that mirror, you're not good with your skin, if you look into that mirror, you're just not good with you, a lot of these topics, you're always going to find the negative aspect of the topics. I say this all the time, you know, my sister and I, we talk about our hair and stuff like that often. You know, I have like more of a texture that gets it gets curly when it's wet. It's my sister's texture is a thicker texture. We know we have different textures of hair. It is what it is. But even in our conversations of different textures of hair, I'm throwing suggestions as to what you could be using to do X, Y, and Z. Or how do you measure how your hair is taking in this product? Because she can be using a product that is literally nourishing and lathering her hair, and I can use the product and it might not even work for me. The moral of the story is you have to do what works for you. We have different textures, but that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like when you look into that mirror, that confidence has to be there, because if it's not, you're gonna find yourself in these situations. That's why I tell y'all, whether my hair is freshly retwist, whether I go 3 months or 6 months without a retwist, or whatever, even in my starter lock phase, when I first started my locks, my first set and this set, I never wore wigs over them. I never wore braids over them. I never wore protective styles. And people refer to them as, oh, in the ugly stage. Girl, it's no ugly stage. It's really simply just the process. You have to embrace every stage. I think that locks are one of the most commendable journeys to teach a woman how to be confident. Now, for me, fortunate, I was able to go into this journey confident because, you know, Kraylisa is, I'm an Aquarius, and girl, we're going to do what we want to do, okay? And we don't care what nobody got to say. At least that's for me. So I felt like, okay, my hair, you know, in the beginning, it looked like it was trying to be curly when it was supposed to be locks. There was times where my hair was literally going through the phases where it was just like, okay, so what is actually happening with your hair? What are you actually doing? Because one minute it looked like you're wash and go, the next minute it looks like locks. But this is my journey, so I don't owe anybody an explanation of my journey. But at the same time, it's like, and the one thing that I can't stand either is don't shut people's comment or like my perspective down negatively, because I've had people say things to me that literally were offensive in the sense of you automatically disregarded what I said because you assumed that I was mixed, I was biracial, I was something else, when in reality I am light skinned, but I am black. You know what I mean? I don't have a black and white parent. I am black. And I think sometimes when I'm talking my hair and I'm talking my people think it's just easier for me to conclude a point because, oh, well, your hair gonna grow fast anyway because you're mixed. I'm like, who told you I was mixed? I'm not mixed. And if that's your opinion, that's your opinion, but don't shut me down thinking that like, oh, of course you're gonna say that. You're mixed, so your hair grows fast. I'm not, y'all. But what I will tell you is whether I'm light skin, brown skin, dark skin, super chocolate, whatever skin tone God chose to give me, confidence. When I tell you, when you possess confidence inwardly, everything externally about you, you accept. Literally, y'all. Literally everything. I'm a type of woman who, I'm not gonna lie, you guys used to catch me a lot of times with my hair, weaves, braids, all of that. I'm not gonna knock it. I would be doing that to protective style my hair. not because I thought that other people's texture of their hair was better than mine, because I know there's that big debate of, oh, and when I say this, I'm talking about, because a lot of people say, well, if you're not good with your texture, then, or no, people say, if you're so good with, you know how the controversial things are, if somebody's so good with their hair, then why are they wearing weave, why are they wearing braids? My problem was, I didn't have a problem with my hair. I love my hair. I've always loved my natural hair. Growing up and stuff like that, we got perms and stuff like that, and I wanted to return natural, and you know, my aunt just wanted to make sure that we were always looking put together and all of this and stuff like that, and I just know that natural was not something that I had during growing up in the house. We got perms, we got them regularly, we got, you know, so I made the decision to return natural when I got to college. Like, I didn't even get into summer college good within about a week. Girl, I had a haircut, and I had cut off all my perm, and I started growing out my hair. Then eventually I got locks, but it was just a simple thing of, I'm always okay with my actual natural hair that grows from my hair, because to me it's from my scalp, because to me it's like, what grows from the scalp is your most natural, purest form of any style. But braids and weaves and stuff like that, for me, protective style, it's easier to go. You might be in the summertime, depending on where you live. If you're wearing perms often and stuff like that, then the humidity and all of these things are factors with your hair. And obviously you don't want to be putting heat on your hair, your natural hair, all the time. So you put weave in so you can put the heat on weave instead of put heat damage on your hair, or you wear braids so that you can protect your hair, oil it, and just leave it alone, because I've always felt like the growth of my hair takes place a lot when I leave it alone. So yes, I've done those things, but it was just because, you know, protective styles, or I felt like it was easier even in my adult life for work and stuff like that. When I woke up, I wanted to make sure my hair was like done, put together. And when I say done and put together, I'm not saying that not able to embrace the way that my hair grows from my scalp. I'm talking about, if you woke up with your natural hair and you know, oh, I was gonna wear a bun today, but if I wear a bun, I need to tie my hair up at night, because in the morning that's when it's gonna turn out better. Or, oh, I'm gonna wear my hair straight today, but I should have woke up earlier so I can straighten it, but I ain't do none of that, so my hair just literally sticking up on the side of my head. No, sis, I was definitely gonna be making sure my hair done. So to me, that's what I'm talking about. When I would wake up and stuff like that, I would just make sure, you know, I can really go. I can go with braids and weave. So if I did wear my natural hair, I would just have to know, you're either going to need to style it the night before or know what you're doing in the morning. Because the thing about natural hair is, don't even matter the texture, is it could have some moments where it wants to do what it's supposed to do, and it can have some moments when it's not doing what it's supposed to do, and you can't be walking out the house with it not doing what it's supposed to do, because you're going to be frustrated and you're going to feel like it's not done to your standards. So I've always, like I said, I just hope, and I know this video might seem like it's all over the place, is I want you guys to understand that being confident starts from within. Because once you're confident within, you can be confident on every other endeavor outside of you, the within. So that's how, because if you ask me, I like a natural body. I like my natural hair. I like my natural skin. Like, I don't feel like I need to tamper with anything that God has given me. You just learn to like really embrace what you have. And if there's a feature about you, you just do. I get so many compliments. People say, oh, your feet are so pretty. Girl, I be thinking my feet ain't all that cute, sis. I just maintain. Sir, they're not that cute. I just know that you can't be having not so cute feet and not keep them up. So for me, I be thinking like my toes, they go, you know, they're perfect, like alignment, they're whatever. But you know, you have those things where you're like, girl, these dogs be barking sometimes, okay? Rough. But I keep up my toes. Not to say that I'm so like, oh my gosh, my feet are so ugly, I can't wear them out. That all comes with confidence. I don't know. And what's gorgeous to somebody, a feature on you, you might think that's your least favorite. I can 100% tell you that everything on my body I am appreciative of from God, because it's like, this is me. I love to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, or just wake up in the morning and just know that I'm in my body, I'm in my hair, I love waking up in my natural element. So for me, the confidence has to be there. If I wasn't confident, I would not have been okay with the many phases I had to go through to get to where my locks are now. People see my locks now and they're just like, oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty, and da 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 da. Oh my gosh, I want my hair just like this. But you didn't see the process. Like I said, I don't call it the ugly phase. It's a process, but you didn't see the process to see where we've gotten here, because it took a lot of work. Like I said, I had to make my hair go from looking like a wash and go curls to locks, and then it went through its crazy phases in between. And then even when I was going through the situation where I had changed my lifestyle, because you guys know I went plant-based like 4 years ago, and like a year later I ended up transitioning 100% vegan. So you guys even know then I gained like 50 plus pounds from the lifestyle change, and I felt completely better. But I needed to figure out, why did I look like 8-9 months pregnant, maybe 6 or 7, I don't know, somewhere between 6 and 9 months pregnant. I didn't know why I looked like that, but I figured it out. But even through that process of me having to knock that weight off, I still was confident as a person, even though I knew I wasn't in the body that I wanted, you know? So I see something, when I don't like it, I do better. So I think that that's what we really have to do, is understand that to be confident, it's going to start from within. And once you're able to embrace your confidence from within, you will be able to literally embrace everything surrounding you. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. Because I feel like when you don't master the level of inward confidence, outwardly you would sound bitter, and outwardly you will start to attack every area in which you have not conquered. That's why I can hear something, differentiate if it's ignorance, differentiate if it's just simply like, okay, you just are not confident yourself, differentiate if it were meant in the context in which it was given. I'm able to analyze all of those various scenarios, all because I'm a confident person. Because it's easy to, if, for example, somebody can say, oh, my hair is super natural. I mean, super curly. I'm not sure how you guys with thicker texture can even manage it, if my curly hair is, you know, more manageable, and I know that more coarse hair is less manageable. Somebody will take that line and literally be like, oh, so she thinks she's better because she said her hair is a little bit more manageable, or oh, da 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 da, and da 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 da, and really all the person did was state a fact. When brushing through or combing through curly hair, not all curly hair, but say that the hair is wet and curly, it might be more manageable than it's going to be to comb through or to brush through thicker hair. Like I told you guys, example, my sister and I, she has a thicker textured hair than mine. Like my hair is thick, but mine's more of a curly base. Not to say, because let me tell you, just because textures differ does not mean they don't have their own struggles, baby, because don't let the curls fool you on my hair. They sometimes, I'll be getting attitudes trying to do my hair, okay? Because where you think, oh, curls and everything is easier, now sis, sometimes it's not, okay? But I'm just saying, like, if you were confident inwardly, certain things you wouldn't take out of context. The camera storage filled up, but like I was saying, you would take the context, you would not take these things out of context. You would take them for what they are, because you would know, I'm confident within. All sis said was, if my curly hair feels less, if my curly hair feels like it's this much to tame, I can only imagine what somebody with thicker, coarser hair would have to deal with. I just made that example up, but I'm just saying, I'd be listening to that and I'd be like, if I had thick hair, I'd be like if I had thicker hair to manage, I'd be like, girl, ain't that something? But somebody who not confident would have heard that comment and they would be like, Oh, so you think your curly hair better than thicker hair? You ain't even black, or you ain't even da, 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 all this, whatever, right? So I just think that we just need to master confidence. When you master your confidence, I can assure you your hair journey will be better, and so would everything else in the rest of your life. So take the time to self-love, self-care, do all of that. I'm probably one of the happiest people right now in my life, just simply because I love to just embrace me. Like, I find the joy in waking up every day just being me. Even my nails, y'all. Y'all see my nails. These aren't even acrylics. These are my natural, real nails. Now, they do have an overlay over them because they're SNS, which is the dip powder. But these are my real nails. I don't have any added on acrylics. So it's like the natural features. I love them. My toes, I don't get acrylics on my toes. I paint my toes and they get gel polish. Like, not to shade anybody who feels like, oh, I gotta get braids or weave, and oh, I'm gonna get my acrylics on my toenails or my whatever. Like, do you, sis? It's beauty, it's enhancement. But I'm just saying, me as an individual, I just love, love, love my natural self, and that all comes because I'm confident with who I am. You know, I could wake up in the morning and not have to rush to the bathroom to put on makeup because you don't want a man to see you without makeup. Like, probably wake up like, so what we about to eat? But anyway, I'll see y'all in another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Later.